Hey guys, I'm back today. Today I'm in Peoria, Illinois at Springdale Cemetery. Just looking around, driving around. This is a huge cemetery with like 65,000 people buried here maybe. And I just came upon this area called Soldiers Hill. So I'm going to take you around here and we're going to look around for a few minutes. There's a lot I want to see today, so we won't stay here very long, but I want to take you guys around and kind of show you what I'm looking at. By the looks of it, this all looks like Civil War veterans. There's a gentleman from the 52nd USCT, U.S. Colored Troops. That gentleman was in War of 1812. Massive monument right here. Thomas Glover, USS Black Hawk, November 1st, 1850 to August 24th, 1915. There's two Vietnam vets. It's a cool little area. Kind of neat how they have the veterans, some of the veterans, separated from the rest of the burials. World War I. Spanish-American War. This guy was John Slater from Canada, a private in the 42nd Canadian Highlanders, February 2nd, 1884 to September 8th, 1930. Huh. Spanish-American War veteran. World War II. This is a grave of Hamilton Bogart Docks. He was a brevetted brigadier general in the Civil War, born in Albany, New York, banker in Chicago, joined the Union Army in 1861, commissioned as a first lieutenant. Okay guys, I just found the grave of Isaiah Stillman. He's a military figure. Actions of his militia led to the first armed confrontation of the Black Hawk War, 1832. He was raised in Massachusetts and moved to Illinois to become a trader, living at Cooper's Creek Landing in Fulton County, Illinois. In 1827, he became a captain in the Illinois militia, later advancing to brigadier general elect when Black Hawk and his followers crossed the Mississippi River into Illinois in April 1832. Governor Jim Reynolds, fearing they were hostile, ordered Stillman to meet the possible threat with a battalion under his command. Unable to raise the full complement, he was made major instead of full general. Marching with his men toward Dixon's Ferry, Stillman met up with another militia led by Major David Bailey, and they encamped on the banks of Old Man's Creek near present-day Stillman's Valley. On May 14, 1832, 3 Indian scouts came to the camp apparently to negotiate a truce, and Stillman ordered them be taken prisoner. This angered Chief Black Hawk, who ordered 40 of his warriors to attack the troops. Fearing they were outnumbered, the much larger militia broke ranks in a panic, and Stillman retreated in humiliation back to Dixon's Ferry. This engagement would later be called the Battle of Stillman's Run. A year following the Black Hawk War, he was promoted to full general of the militia. And this is where he's buried. Isaiah Stillman. He died, I believe it was June 4th, 1883. Not quite sure about that, but that's what it looks like. Oh, that's his wife, Hannah. Never mind. He died actually April 15th, 1861. It's hard to read anymore. So yeah, that's where Isaiah Stillman's buried. Another big obelisk. There's another grave right over there that I want to go visit. So, alright, I'll come back to you when I get to another section that I want to film. I'll pull the camera back out and show you guys what's next. This is a grave of Horace Capron Jr., a Medal of Honor winner from the Civil War. He served as a first lieutenant in the Union Army. I believe he was killed in action, and he was awarded the Medal of Honor as a sergeant in Company G of the 8th Illinois Cavalry for his actions on June of 1862 at Chickamauga and Ashland, Virginia. His citation reads "Gallantry in Action." Congressional Medal of Honor winner from the Civil War. Born in 1840, died in 1864. He's 24 years old. Gentleman right here, and I'm going to mispronounce this name, Octave Chanute. He was born in Paris, France, February 18th, 1832. He was an aviation pioneer. Moved to the United States as a child and became known as a pioneer in the transportation arena. Spent most of his life as an engineer in the railroad industry. Later gained international fame for his contributions to the study of aeronautics. He designed and oversaw the construction of many of the first railroads and railroad bridges in the United States, as well as the Union Stockyards in both Chicago and Kansas City. He invented a system that preserved railroad ties and telephone poles by pressure treating them with creosote. In 1889, he retired from engineering business and revived an interest in his new study of aviation. Although too old to fly, he worked with many of the world's early aviators, helping invent the Katydid glider and the Chanute Herring biplane. He was active encourager of the work of Orville and Wilbur Wright. He shared advice with the brothers and visited Kitty Hawk on several occasions during their flight experiments. Wilbur Wright presented the eulogy at his funeral. The town of Chanute, Kansas is named in his honor, as well as former Chanute Air Force Base in Rantoul, Illinois. The base is now decommissioned and is home to Octave Chanute Aerospace Museum, which shares the history of aviation with people that go to visit. So, another interesting headstone. Interesting person. I'm gonna walk you guys around this part of the cemetery before I call it a day. Gotta go pick up my little man. This is a rather big Emma Detweiler Evans. Detweiler. There's a park not too far from here called Detweiler Park. I imagine this is where it gets its name. bunch of headstones in there. They're covered up. Born December 25th, 1811. Died November 9th, 1896. Jacob Collier. A couple other names on there I'm not even going to try. Hensler. Kind of a neat headstone. Once again, this cemetery is just massive. You have to drive everywhere. The notable graves are scattered all around here. Those are the ones I'm really looking for. This cemetery is so big. You could be out here for a week and not cover the whole thing. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for today anyway. I'm sure I'll be back with another video. I work down here. So I'll try to get back here as soon as I can. I'm not promising anything. So I'll get this video edited and put up sometime this weekend. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.